Hi, I'll take picture here for another Port Adelaide Football Club review. I was there, Adelaide Oval, with our Sydney Swans, who are equal top of the ladder. We end up losing that game again by 93 points to Sydney to 90 points Port Adelaide. I think it's our fifth game at least that we've lost by under a goal this season. That's 5 times 4 of points that we've missed out on. And let's not talk about the game that we beat West Coast as well by a goal. So 6 games, 5 we have lost by under a goal, 1 we've won by just over a goal. Just under a goal. So let's recap. Let's recap, shall we? We have only about 3 star players in our team. Butters, who we all know is leaving. Jason Horne-Francis, who's been very consistent this year. And probably Georgiades, who really had a quiet game. The rest of our team are pretty average. Below average, actually. We played pretty well the 3 quarters of the game. We were very competitive. We had a bit of a lead. 3 goals up, I think it was. And then we lost that lead and tried to come back in the end there. But of course, we fell short by a goal. So to go down to Sydney by less than a goal, it's not too bad. We would be playing finals if we could just kick another goal. We could win by 10%. If we had Connor Rosie, our captain, playing, how many of those games we would have won if Rosie played? There was a couple of letdowns, and I'm going to expose them. Because they were poor, not just once, not twice, but all game. Burgoyne. Rewatch the game, Burgoyne. Jace Burgoyne. He was so poor. Absolutely poor. If I was the coach, you'd be dropped. Your kicking efficiency was poor. Your effort was poor. Come on, Jace. You can't win your contested balls. You flopped. You were a massive flop. You cost us the game. You and Aaliyah, who's been playing some excellent football halfback, he played a shocker. Worst game of the season was by Aaliyah. How many times did he have the ball and kick it and turn the ball over? Rewatch the game. Rewatch the game, people. If you don't believe me, rewatch it. I just think if Aaliyah and Burgoyne played a lot better, we would have won. But then there were some silly errors, like Joe Berry, that snap in the last quarter. That should have been a goal. Your first round pick. Radigalia, I don't know what he was thinking. Chest marker, and he drops the ball, Sydney get a turnover. Sydney scored some ripper goals. Curnow kicked some ripper goals. But we were as much as the effort, we were tackling very hard. Our ball movement was a lot better. It's not the best. It's not at AFL top 4 standard, our ball movement. Our kicking inside 50s, shocking. We had so many inside 50s that we just burnt it. Like, our first 6 shots on goal were points. 6 points we kicked before we kicked a goal. Georgiades only kicked 1 goal. Durden kicked 2 goals. That newbie, Bam Bam Bigelow, he kicked a goal. But he also gave away a 50-metre penalty that got Sydney a goal. Just poor errors. And I'll finish it off with this, or 2 things I'll finish it off. That umpiring, I don't blame umpiring, but that was shocking. Rewatch the game. Even though the umpiring frees were the same, they killed us, the umpires. So many times that led to Sydney goals. I'm not going to name specific umpires or their numbers, but you know who you are. You know who you are. You need to go back to the SANFL or another AFL league and and umpire those games. So overall, I don't think Sydney are top 2 team. They're top 2, but I think Freo and Brisbane are going to be the top 2 team, and maybe Geelong will be probably 3rd. But Sydney, you're not that special. With all the star power you have compared to our team, you've got Curnow, you've got Warner, you've got the other guy, the blondie. We've got two players that are, I would say, stars this year. Was Butters and Rosie. Oh, not Rosie. He's been out all year. Jason Horne-Francis. They're the only two star players we've had been that consistent all year. We need, Bergman, we need him back in the side. Mr. Glass, Jack Lukosius, we need him back in the side. And our defenders, Aaliyah, you need to lift. Burgoyne, you need to lift. Sydney, you're not flash at all. Anyway, before I end this video, I bought myself a box of footy cards. So every video I'm going to open a couple of packets and we'll see if we pull any good cards. So let's first of all open it up. How many packets do you get in these? 10 packets. Jeez. Alright. Let's see. Alright. The seal's there. Let's break the seal. First two packs in tonight's video. Pack 1 and pack 2. Now I don't know how to open these packs properly. I usually use my teeth. But we'll see if I can just rip it. If not, I'm just going to use my teeth. Let's see who we get. Ryan Marrick, Josh Tracy, Jack Viney. Don't know who she is. Mitch Georgiades for Port Adelaide. Oh, you're kidding me. Jace Burgoyne. Jace Burgoyne. Are you... Of all the players that I just open a pack, I'll get Jace Burgoyne. This guy is not AFL standard after tonight's effort. Caleb Rayner. Sam Powell-Pepper, actually, he should be back soon. I forgot about Sam Powell-Pepper. Lockie Ash. Alright. And the second pack. Ben Long. Tom Lynch. Tom Stewart. Mimi Hill. Finn O'Sullivan. Kyle Langford. Rowan Marshall. The Bont himself. And Connor McDonald. Well, there you go. Let's open one more pack. Jaden Short. Always. Man, look how fat Jed Walter looks in this. Blackburn. Harry Perriman. Mateus Filippo from South Australia. Don't be surprised if he comes back to South Australia, Marcus Filippo. He will be back at some point. Davis, who I can't pronounce his last name. This guy, who I can't pronounce his last name. And Charlie Cameron. Alright. I'll see you all in my next video. Jace, you better freaking do something next week.